Hey dudes, just a quick update on where we're at. What have we got? I am pulling the floor apart and just about to redo the floor in the future ensuite. Rebecca's cleaning off her bricks on the wall. For some reason, for reasons known to her, that brick there, see how it's all nice and clean, and that's good. And see this brick here, how it's got all these dags and stuff on it? That's where spiders live. So that's cool. That's cool. So she's doing all that. Then she's going to start isolation to the walls. Got rid of the old bathroom floor and the massive. You should have. The old shower base was so heavy and it had Rio in it. So smashing that apart was an effort, getting it out in the bin. Anyway, and as you can see underneath, we still have to do some work. All the walls are rotted out. This will be the powder room, toilet. What else have we got going on? More holes in the floor over here. Some new hardwood to go in the bathroom floor. So we now have functioning stormwater around the whole house. Last weekend we got it all done. We hooked it all up, so now we have functioning stormwater everywhere. This is the furthest point that way. Downpipes are all now jerry rigged up to go in the holes. Those two, this outlet here, this one here, and this one and that one, they're all for future when I concrete on the side. Just put little grates on them and catch any excess water that sits there. But I'll obviously slip the concrete away from the house, so that'll just pick up whatever. Now I do have to dig a trench, this one here. I do have to cut this concrete here and dig it across the front here, pick up this. We have to redo the shed roof as well, so it all comes into here. And then across the front here, because all this drains down here now, just off the driveway. I concreted up the old grate there. Bit of water still sits there, but then it flows over, comes in here. So what we've got is these strip drains from Bunnings. So I'll cut them in and we'll hook all that up at some stage. In the meantime, all I've done is being the world's best roof plumber. I have just jerry rigged this, turned it over there so it pumps on the grass away from where the action is. Now these ones here are all suspended drains, so these tuck in under the house, and that one runs straight down that way. It's probably very hard to see. As you can see there, I've got a desk fan running just to blow some air under this house and get some movement happening to dry the soil out, because I don't think there's that the Stormy's been not working for a very long time. Anyway, that suspended drain comes under here and it picks up this bad boy. This one goes across out the other side there. There was no stormwater here. There was nothing. That pipe just went straight into the ground. As you can see, there's been a fair bit of movement here. And underneath the floor at the front of the house, it's pretty wet, to say the least. So we're drying that out. This is where our blue tongue lizard was. Ugh. Anyway, those suspended drains, they run across the house and they come out here, which hooks up to the main line, straight out here. And this is where we have our stormwater pit here. So there's the new PVC that side, and that's the earthenware that side. Now it's holding water because that pipe there is actually blocked. I'm waiting on a mate to come down with his sewer machine and give that a good old-fashioned clean out. We also ran new gas line in while we had the trench open. We ran a gas line and we ran a new water line as well. As you can see, they come in there. There is a spare bit of poly there, which you can see sticking out the front near the gas meter. That's the only reason I stuck that in there was because I already paid for the poly, and I wanted a conduit there while I had the ground open, so that in future, if we've got broadband or telephone cable or whatever, at least there's a conduit there for them to run through. Whether or not they use it's a different story, but it's there. Now, inside here, I'll show you some more of these drains. I've been busy re-stumping everything. Well, not re-stumping, trying to level out my stumps. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, have another desk fan here, blowing air around. I'll unplug him for a second. Turn that away so I don't blind you. Plug that in. Okay, so where's my little nailer thing? There we go. Okay, so what we have, you can probably see those suspended drains a little bit better now. That suspended drain runs right over there from that back corner. From that back corner over there, it runs right along there. Maybe hard to see on camera, you can see it over there. Then it turns, hooks up over there, and it turns and comes all the way down here underneath the master bedroom, and then around the corner over there and out the door, out that hole. As you can see, some of these stumps here have been pretty low, so I've been using the old car jack there, the old car jack on a block of wood, jack it up, the laser level here, put it on a tripod, spin all my spots and re-level it now. And that's happened right through the front there. A couple of them have got issues that I'm waiting to see if they... Basically what they did was, up the middle here, up the middle of these ones, in the middle of the rooms, I don't know what happened when they re-stumped it or what, but they seem to have pumped them up quite heavily. Some rooms are up 15 mil in the centres, pumped up the bearer. So I've had to cut the top off though, jack the bearer up and then cut the top off the stump, drop them back down. The only problem with that is the joists run this way and they're also bowed up from sitting that way for a long time, so they're slowly settling down. Same in this back room here, as you can see I put some weight on them just to try and get them to sag back down. Give them a month or so, see how they go, and then I can put packers under there and work out what I'm going to do. That's the jacking system that I have. Old bit of LVL car jack. I just put an old bit of this bearer that I cut to length, put it from there onto the thing, jack away, jack as hard as you can till you can't jack anymore, and then pack it. It's as simple. It's not hard. But that's about it for now. I guess I am turning my effort. We've got some problems over here in the kitchen. Not exactly sure how much soil will settle or recover after you take the water away from it. So in this kitchen here, redone the lounge floors within about 5 mil. It does dive away there at the front, probably from the amount of water coming at the downpipe underneath the whole porch here. Very wet at the front underneath. So what will happen here, these are close to level, but then it dives away quite heavily, probably 15 mil down there. So probably just gonna cut the floor out, pack it all, and just put yellow tongue over the top. In here we're a little bit low through this doorway. This wall's going, but a little bit low through this doorway. But from the doorway being low to up there, it's about 30 mil difference. So yeah, just set my laser up again, and this side here, I set my laser here. This area straight through here and along the wall here is all pretty much level. Following this wall here, obviously there was a lot of water coming in from that driveway as well. That downpipe used to pump onto near the chimney used to pump onto the driveway, stop around this corner and just pump it under the house. A lot of water under here as well. So I'm guessing that's why it's sunk. Sunk to the tune of about 15 mil across there, and then the whole house slowly lifts up this way, and right across the back there it's up a good 15 mil. That's from this point here. So from there to there is down about 10 to 15, from there to there is up about 15. So about 30 mil on the floor. Spoken to the expert. Shout out to Dad. about how much soil will recover, and he said he had no idea. I don't either. Anyway, we're going to leave it for about a month. Keep checking it, see how it goes. In the meantime, I'll turn my attentions to the extra lintels and stuff, some internal work where we're going to move the oh, my Rushman. Free rubbish removal. Yeah, so as you can see the pink outline there, that'll be a window. This one's obviously going to be a wall because that's where the extension's going, so you'll lose that nice high window there. So I'm going to cut the lintels in there, get them ready, prop them all, you know, underneath the plates and whatnot. I've got to do some work to pull these walls here out, so I've got to put big beams across the top there, and then obviously some extra stumps down below to take the load. So I've got a bit to do. It'll keep me busy while we wait to see what happens with the soil. Anyway, more to come. Stay tuned, guys. So while I am over here cutting the new floor in, Big Cheese has turned up to start her, what do you call it? Wall sisolation. Know what you're doing? You better, because I don't. Soon find out. What could go wrong? Plaster covers it, who cares? So that's going to go on there. As you can see, she's done really well. Stapled it here. Left a gap behind so that there's still a gap there. It's just a fiddly job. So what we might do is set up this as a time lapse. You can have a little bit of a look.